Terry was a monster, a label whispered without hesitation in the death row wing. He smiled when families wept, cataloged trophies in a hidden notebook, and gutted lives with a chilling indifference. His crimes were forms filed away, his execution date a slow, creeping doom. Overnight shifts taught me the rhythm of despair. The clank of keys, the shuffle of feet, the guttering fluorescent lights at 2 a.m. Bleach, coffee, sweat, and the iron of held-in fears painted the air. Each face a portrait of shrinking hope or brazen defiance. Terry defied the rhythm. And, dangerous, he ground his hand against the concrete, singing lullabies to the living, through the bars. He laughed at the weeping families, admiring their pain like a cruel joke. A father robbed of his daughter questioned the law's slow pace. I could only offer the hollow promise of deliberation. Waiting, iron, and a dozen failures filled the void where grief demanded solace. 2 nights before I shattered the law, Terry survived his scheduled execution. Monitors sputtered, technicians cursed, and lawyers whispered, a stay. A renewed wound for his victims, a splinter I could not remove. My family, once a haven, felt distant. A wife grown silent, a son learning to fend for himself. But it was the faces in my pockets, the faces of the lost, that haunted me. Their stories, met with indifferent ink, echoed in rooms our system could not heal. After the failed injection, something within me unraveled, twisting into a dark intent. I waited, cataloging his cruelties like his crimes. I found the rhythm of his evil and decided to interrupt it, to break the cycle of indifference. The wing smelled of rain and old toothpaste. A full moon sliced through the courtyard, turning razor wire into a necklace of silver. My bones ached. The night pulsed with intent. No note, no confessions. Mercy, I told myself, for the families, for the world, for the ledger of justice finally balanced. The transformation felt both awaited and abhorrent. Heat surged beneath my skin, vertebrae compressed, and my uniform tore as my form twisted. Pain and elation braided together, a grief that tasted like relief. Perhaps it was not sudden, but a slow erosion of man into monster. The creature and the cop blurred. Only moments, tastes, sounds remained. The memory of what I became is a collage of senses and horrors. Terry woke into his hour, padding toward the urinal with casual disinterest. Then, understanding dawned, and horror seized his face. He clawed at the bars, at his chest, at the absurdity of his survival, begging. Of course, they all beg when death finally claims them. I opened the cell. Teeth, blood, and the iron tang filled my mouth, a kind of twisted repentance as I ripped and tore. Centuries compressed into heartbeats, forcing him to feel the weight of every life he'd stolen, an intimacy in mirroring his cruelty. Silence returned like a tide. The moon painted the cell in cold silver. My hands, slick and small, made me flinch. Sound I had been trying on for 30 years. Because Terry was a monster, suffering was his due. The law is clumsy. Death dates are postponed. Perhaps I gave the families what the system denied, a final, irreversible justice. Tired of counting victims, I counted for myself, a twisted ledger balanced in blood and vengeance. Outside, the world continued, indifferent to the horror within. Guards swapped jokes. My wife folded laundry. Life went on. I cleaned up, dressed what remained of myself, and walked back to my station under the same fluorescent light. The wing kept its rhythm. Keys, refrigeration, the low buzz of fluorescent guilt humming in the air. When my fingertips brush the cell bars, I feel a new weight, moonstone cold, blood warm, a constant reminder. Sometimes I dream of faces and a child's voice asking why, a question that echoes in the silence of my guilt. 2 a.m. The fluorescent light hums. The coffee can't kill the iron aftertaste. And I whisper the truth. Terry was a monster, but so was I, forever bound by the taste of iron justice and the shadows of the night. Each day forward, I knew there was nothing I could do to take back my decision, and I was stuck as a monster. I never saw Terry again, but I knew that he was always with me, for his memories would haunt me forever. Though I may never be freed from this place, I hope that what I did helped to free those who had been affected by Terry. If I had to do it all over again, I'm not sure I would change anything, as I have fully transformed into my hunter form. From now on, I shall no longer be known as Mark, but rather by the name the prisoners have given me, the Hunter. I begin my hunt. My hunt to make sure the evil of men never leaves this place and never seeps into the world.